Welcome back, everyone. So, have you read this story before? The main character in this recent drama is Travis King, and he was an American soldier, maybe still is, kind of, and he got into trouble here in South Korea for assaulting a person. So he had his punishment here in South Korea, but then he was due to go back to America to receive his sort of military punishment. But when they dropped him off at the airport, he had enough time to escape the airport, run to the JSA, and then run directly across the border into North Korea. And for him, that's the last we know so far. The North has so far not said anything. There is a little bit of precedent that is mentioned in the article. You know, a couple of guys have done this in the past. Back in the 1960s, one guy crossed the border and ended up becoming an actor. I saw this in a documentary, actually. He married a North Korean lady, had some kids, seemed to be pretty happy with his choices. But there was another guy who went across and perhaps was less happy with his situation, so tried to escape, ended up marrying a Japanese woman, and somehow, I'm not sure how, they fled to Japan, and so they did manage to get back out again. But what will happen to this latest North Korean now, maybe, it remains to be seen. Is he running away from his problems, or is he running into a whole set of new ones?
I think anytime we run away from one thing, we'll find out that the new thing is not what it is all cracked up to be. Different sayings in English, grass is greener on the other side, things like that. But really, you're always going to find something wrong and something good wherever you go to. And it's good to focus on the positive for where you are now. However, for him, I can't imagine that his situation is going to be better than the sort of military discipline he might have got at home. However, I feel like that's not the end of it. Like, maybe there is military discipline, but maybe back home, there's no one. Impossible to get a job. There's no one there. Like, you know, maybe he doesn't even have family that loves him or wants to take care of him, or maybe they're dead or whatever. You know, like, I feel like there's a bit more where he felt his only option was, wow, I could have a terrible life in America, no job, go to prison, or either get killed or live in North Korea, where America can't touch me.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, actually. Maybe it's deeper than, oh, I just don't want to go to military prison. Maybe there's other problems back home.
I feel like there had to have been something more than just...
Yeah.
Because it takes time to go from Incheon Airport all the way to JSA.
Yeah.
It's not like a quick trip. It's not like, okay, I'm just going to go now. You have a couple hours or few to kind of think about, is this a good idea?
It can't be an impulse decision.
Yeah.
I mean, does he count as a defector? I don't know. If you use the word defector, do they have to go to the other side for political reasons? Because again, we don't know that yet. Maybe he's gone there because he has a genuine interest in their political system. I don't think that's the most likely thing. But I mean, is he a defector? I don't know.
Defector or just like an escapee?
Yeah.
Or what do they call it? Refugee.
A refugee? Yeah.
He could be a refugee. That's interesting. That's a different way of thinking about it. Yeah. Anyways.
So, yes, we don't really know that much about him. He's from North Carolina.
I believe so.
I have to be honest, I don't know much about North Carolina, but I do know David Sedaris, who's a very famous American comedian, pretty old now, comedy writer. He spent most of his childhood in North Carolina, and he absolutely hated it. He describes it in comical but pretty disparaging terms. What do you think of North Carolina?
North Carolina, to tell you the truth, what I know about it is it's above South Carolina, at least in my mind. I actually don't know, to tell you the truth. It could be to the west. You know how sometimes they do like north and south, but really it's east and west feeling?
Really?
I don't know. Anyways, people with directions. I don't know much about North Carolina. I've heard that there are places, I think, isn't Stephen Colbert from North Carolina, maybe? I think he's from North Carolina, something like that. And he's a famous talk show host. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I never thought they had a strong Southern accent. They had an accent, but it's not like the deep South accent. Yeah, I didn't think so. Like it says in the article, he had like Southern accent type stuff going on.
I see.
Yeah, but I don't know much about the Carolinas. I'm American, but guess what? America's too big.
It's like asking me, what do you think about
Iran.
Romania?
Oh,
Okay, it's not as...
is it?
I'm British. Surely America's not that big, right? From Britain to Iran? That's really far.
I don't know geography. I'm American. Yeah.
Anyway.
Luxembourg. I don't know where that is either, but yes.
Within the America size of Europe. Geography, it's hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, while we consider our global geography and brush up on that, you guys can brush up on your vocabulary. Check it out and come back and see us in the next one. Bye-bye.
Serviceman.
Serviceman.
Defector.
Defector.
Go on leave.
Go on leave.
Abductee.
Abductee.
Disciplinary action.
Disciplinary action.